types of offers for each type of funnel. And I know you guys were asking questions about pricing. And, you know, this is, everybody asks me all the time about the 7s and the 9s. And I don't really know the answer, except that I know that, like, statistically, things that end in 7 or 9 typically perform better. So that's why there's 7s everywhere. But, you know, you could do 9s too if you want to. So with an SLO funnel, remember, if we're thinking about that first page, that first offer should be anywhere from $7 to $37. My sweet spot is 27, but I've done it at 37. I've done it at 7. Okay. But I like 27. That first order bump, this is where there's more flexibility. It could be 7, 12, 17, 27, 37. You can even do 47, 57, 67. Okay. And then the OTO, which is the offer that happens after they fill out their credit card information, I would stick to 37 to 97, anywhere in that price range. Now, I'm giving you these super like strict boundaries only because I know that people who are beginners, if you stick within these parameters, you're more likely to like not mess it up. Are there exceptions to the rule? All the time. Are these tried and true formulas of pricing that work? Yeah. My favorite is 27 with a $12 order bump and a $77 OTO. That is my favorite. Use it. Now, for a webinar funnel, typically, I don't like to use a webinar funnel unless I'm selling something for at least $300. And the reason is because it costs me money to get people to register for the presentation. And so I like anywhere from $297 all the way up to $2,000. Anything after $2,000 is going to need a phone call. For beginners, most of you will not be able to sell $19.97. You will probably want to hang somewhere in the $4.97 to $9.97 range. The other thing, the other tidbit of information that I want to give you is that pay plans will help your conversions if you are a beginner presenter. Okay. Does it mean that some people will default? Yes. But when I sold in $19.97, which is the highest I would sell off a webinar, I gave a 9 pay of $249, which allowed my conversions to go up. Did people not finish paying? Yeah, sure, they didn't. But they also more people bought because it was a $249 pay plan. So if you are a beginner doing a webinar, I would 100% do a pay plan. Okay, because it'll just help grease the wheels a little bit. And then for an application funnel, anything over $2,000 should be on the phone. Here's another tidbit, piece of advice. If you're doing a webinar funnel, even if it's for something $497, $997, if you are a beginner, you can make up for so many mistakes by just getting on the phone. My first Create Your Laptop Life webinar funnel, it was $1,500. Sure, I totally could have sold it with a buy now, but I sold it on the phone. It did two things. Number one, it helped me finish, crushing objections because I didn't finish it on the webinar. Number one. Number two, I talked to 150 people in like 2 months and really learned a lot about my customers' objections. And number three, it allowed me to close a much higher percentage. So feel free to do an app, especially if you're doing your own sales calls. If you're going to hire a salesperson, it doesn't make sense at this low price point because you're definitely going to like lose out on commission.